With Minecraft's two other main dimensions to explore, the Nether and the End, after the Overworld dimension, it's safe to say that there's a lot to do in Minecraft. Each of the two bonus dimensions have their respective bosses that offer the players a challenge and unique structures to explore also. But dimensions are expansive and super fun, so the theme of this video is to give you more awesome dimensions to explore, Tirphycraft. Inspired by the popular DivineRPG mod for Minecraft, Tirphycraft adds all new dimensions, mobs, dungeons, and loot-like artifacts to the game. It's a newer mod for Minecraft 1.15.2. It supports 3 new dimensions at the time of this video, which are Froze, which is an icy world with a cold climate, Laputa, that's a colourful green floating forest, and Noxus, which is more of a dead wasteland dull zone. To begin in the mod, you find ancient stones that spawn around the world. When you have 5 of these, you can craft an altar, placing the stones around it. With a Noxus clock item, you can then choose which dimension you want to be your next destination. The clock item will help you return to your old location too. Every one of the new dimensions have unique ores, dungeons, and mobs on them to experience. Although it's still in development, this mod looks promising and a lot of fun. Ratlantis. This is a fun themed dimension mod that's aimed more so as an add-on for the already existent Rats mod which it needs to run. With the name parodying Atlantis, Ratlantis is a mod that adds a new dimension of the same name, which can be accessed via the Ratlantis portal, which is made from a rare token dropped from rats in the world. The dimension itself is a tropical paradise that's home to some pretty dangerous mobs, all variants of rats, like the Pyrat, Ratbot, or Feral Ratlantian. You can craft rat upgrades using materials gathered in the dimension, or from the mob drops, which can be used to make vehicles like the Rat biplane, or weapons like the Rattling gun to Aurorian. This mod adds a brand new dimension called the Aurorian, which is a midnight forest of magical origins housing mysterious plants and ruins of old, with scattered dungeons and lurking mobs, as well as bosses to fight. This mod adds 3 new bosses with unique dungeons, 5 new music tracks, 11 mobs counting, and more to come. 4 ores and toolsets, tea, and a lot more. An example of one feature is the Runestone dungeons with the Dungeon Keeper boss, which is a buffed skeleton that protects its domain. The dimension uses blue and purple colours, and it looks really nice and pleasing to the eye. DivineRPG. Everyone who's been in the modding scene for a while knows of DivineRPG. It's one of the biggest and most favourite of dimension mods for a lot of people, and I had to feature it on this list just for how big and extensive it is. Although I featured it once before, which I don't usually do on an older adventure and RPG mods video, this video wouldn't be right not to include DivineRPG as one of the top 10 dimension mods to play. To sum up this mod, it's a massive dimension mod that doesn't add 1 but adds 8 new dimensions, 115 new mobs across the board, along with hundreds of new blocks, items and armor, and even weapon sets. Some of the dimensions include the main 5 Twilight ones, which are called Dravite Hills, the Azurite Forest, Uvite Islands, Mithril Mountains, and Augite Depths. There's also the Christmas-based Icica dimension, the immersive Maze of the Dungeon of Arcana, and the Dream World of Vitia, Glacidus. This dimension is a frozen world, a strange alien planet with strange structure. The concept of this dimension is that it fell out of orbit from space, and the above ground and underground are very different in their nature. The surface segment is low gravity and very cold. Here is where you will find abandoned ruins and things to explore and plunder for loot. There are large-scale dead trees and stalks, frozen stone and glacium also lay on this landscape. On its surface, there's also invading alien mobs that live in holes in the world. The underground is full of life, with dark glowing foliage and trees being the most habitable area of the dimension. The mobs are more strange and unstable here, just like zombie pigmen are. The final lair, which is the core, is similar to the Nether. This is the most challenging, a hot zone with tons of deadly mobs to tackle. You'll have to take safety in caves and small areas for shelter. To visit the Glacidus, you'll need to make a portal frame out of 30 packed ice blocks and 1 glowstone, which will be activated when you break the glowstone block after finishing the frame. Galaxy's Parzi Star Wars mod. Now called Galaxy's Parzi Star Wars mod is one of the highest quality Star Wars mods out there for Minecraft, which is really great fun to play with. This mod not only adds spaceships that are pilotable like TIE fighters, land speeders and X-wings, but it also adds countless mobs like Tusken Raiders, many droid types, and characters from the movies. You can also visit other planets and explore areas like Tatooine Tatooine's Mos Eisley City where the cantina is, Hoth from Empire Strikes Back, and more. There's also tons of really awesome realistic Star Wars weapons in this mod, like lightsabers that you can ignite just like in the movies, or blaster rifles and weapons that have scopes and functions like you'd expect. There's new content from some of the more recent Disney movies, like the First Order Stormtroopers and their blasters, and elements from the old films to play around with in this mod. Overall, I'd say it's the best Star Wars mod, and it had to take a place on this list as one of the top 10 Dimension mods right now. AbyssalCraft. A mod that focuses itself on exploration with a theme of magic infused in it, AbyssalCraft is a mod that's influenced on the works of H.P. Lovecraft. To begin in this mod, you must craft the Necronomicon from rotten flesh, a book and iron ingots. This is the guidebook for this mod that lets you perform magic rituals. In this mod, you can explore a collection of different dimensions that make up something called the Abyss, which is a collective world of the dead split into layers, with each layer being a different dimension. There's 4 total dimensions in AbyssalCraft, which are the Abyssal Wasteland, which is a green world inhabited by the undead, along with vanilla zombies and skeletons and some new mobs introduced in this mod. The Dreadlands, which is a dark red world where mutated mobs live. Omathol, which is a world of floating islands with a city atop it where the final boss of the mod lives. And finally the Dark Realm, which is a dark place of shadows that's located beneath Omathol. To visit each dimension, you need to obtain a gateway key corresponding to your destination. These items let you place down portals to your desired dimension. There's tons of content in this mod. Even though I mainly focused on just the dimensions in this video, there's so many biomes and new mods in it too because it's a full-on RPG mod. The Erebus. This is a nice dimension mod which I discovered a few months ago that I've been waiting to feature in a video. The Erebus adds a new dimension along with lots of creatures to slay and defeat, lands to explore, dungeons to tackle, and a new magic system. You can also start from scratch from the new dimension too if you want to skip straight over the vanilla content and get your feet wet in the mod straight away. To get to the Erebus, you must craft an offering altar from smoothstone and then create a portal activator for it. You'll need obsidian, an emerald, a diamond, and the Gaian gem. When you right click your new altar with these items in your hand, you put them in the pool to activate it. To build the portal, you'll need a Gaian stone, and you'll need to fill the frame with leaves and place the keystone in front and use a staff of Gaia on it to activate it and form the portal. This mod's primary mobs are all insects, with many different types of flies, beetles, creepy spiders, and my personal worst nightmare, wasps. If you love tarantulas and creepy crawlies, then this will be a great mod for you to play around with. For anyone who doesn't, then this might just be like being in a horror movie. Tropicraft. If Minecraft isn't beautiful enough for you, then maybe it's time for a change. Just like in real life when you need a holiday or vacation, maybe Minecraft is the same for you. This mod lets you go on an adventure to a tropical paradise. You craft a beach chair from bamboo and blue wool, and a pina colada from pineapples, coconuts and a mug, and sip it on your deck chair at sunset to travel to the new world. There's so much content in this mod, from a brand new dimension, to new villages with trading, treasures and gear to obtain, and fishing to take up. This world is full of many different treasures and features. There are even brand new music discs to listen to as well. The area has many different looking biomes, from deserts to hot beaches and tropical jungles. If you love crystal blue water, palm trees and tropical fish, this mod should be worth you checking out. The Midnight. This new dimension mod adds a new scary and mysterious realm to explore. This world of darkness is a place where light only comes from crystals and the life that lives there. There are a lot of dangerous things to encounter in this new hostile world, and many new and unique biomes that look beautiful in game. There's a lot of effort put into this mod from multiple people in the team, and it's worth a feature on this list. The only way to reach this dimension is by a randomly appearing rift portal in the world that only appears at night time. You can either enter out of your own choice or get dragged into it by the mobs that lurk around it. There are some really nice looking non-hostile mobs like the Night Stag, as well as dangerous skeleton and monster types. This is overall a pretty good looking dimension with colourful trees and lush foliage, and it's exactly what you want in a fantasy themed mod for a dark forest and world concept. The Dark Below. My mod, The Dark Below, is a dimension mod you can also download right now that I've been working on for quite some time now. I added this new honourable mention feature addition to the list so that I can show my mods without ranking them in a biased way. This means that I don't have to put it in the top 10 or give it my own personal rating to be fair to all the other mods on this list. The Dark Below is a soul dimension that's located somewhere between the overworld and the nether as a type of limbo where the souls are sent to. This is the domain of Herobrine, a damned soul who is also the final boss in the mod. There's multiple biomes with tough to tackle enemies, great structures to discover, and so much more in this mod. This was my first mod that I released, and I've decided to go back and work on it to update it with better structures, new 3D models for the mobs, as well as brand new textures and bosses, and also new boss abilities and items. This is a dimension RPG based mod that I'd love for you guys to check out, and I'm still in the process of updating it to version 2 to make it far better, so you can expect a lot of updates and probably a new mod showcase on it here on the channel in the future. Atum II, Return to the Sands. Atum II is a mod that adds a brand new dimension to explore, which comprises of a total of 9 unique and different biomes. Inside this new world there are brand new dungeons, ruins and awesome structures to search for and find with 11 new mobs to fight. There's a total of 5 brand new animals to tame and hunt, 35 new artifacts to collect that grant the player new abilities, and a powerful evil pharaoh boss to defeat for the player. This new pharaoh boss has 13 separate different variants and boss types to fight. If you haven't realised just yet, basically Atum II Return to the Sands is an ancient Egypt inspired dimension mod and it's super unique. There's new animals such as camels, desert wolves, desert rabbits, scarab beetles and a tarantula spider. Some of the biomes in this mod include the sand plains, sand hills, sand dunes, dead river, oasis, pyramids and a few more other cool biomes. The portal is different to the standard nether portal in vanilla Minecraft, but it appears as more of an oasis or well looking structure, which is completed when a golden scarab beetle is thrown into a pool of water. This is crafted from 3 gold ingots and a diamond. Good night's sleep. This mod had to take a place on this list in this video because it's a pretty fresh idea that we haven't seen before with a biome mod. Basically, the Good Night Sleep mod adds 2 brand new dimensions, the Good Dream and the Nightmare. These dreamlands can be reached in special and different unique ways. For an example, you can get to each land by sleeping in a bed. However, not just any bed, as there are a few new bed items for each corresponding dimension that teleport you there when you sleep in them. This is a really unique way of travelling instead of just using a basic portal like most dimension mods do, and how you journey to the vanilla dimensions. Right now the mod is still in development with a lot more planned for the future in terms of new items, mobs and features. But it's still fun to play and the dimensions look truly beautiful, and using the mod means you have 2 new dimensions to live and build a base in or explore. Glacia. Originally a mod for 1.7.10 and now supporting newer versions such as 1.14.4, the Glacia dimension mod is a really cool glacial dimension of ice and snow. Basically with this mod you can explore a snowy tundra world with new types of trees, flowers, rocks and ores. It's a basic mod, although it's a really nice idea, and you can reach the biome by crafting the ice portal frame. The mod utilises new features of Minecraft such as the achievements in the advancement system, and it adds a whole bunch of new animals such as a new kind of polar bear, reindeer, turtles and more. This mod obviously was made before polar bears were added to the game, so this is why there's a new type. The caves have custom icicles and types of rocks and ores in them to mine, and there's a whole collection of crystal and ice tools with weaponry to craft for your new adventure. This dimension mod adds basically everything you would ask from a Minecraft mod and a little bit more. Dinosaur Dimension. It has a simple name, but the Dinosaur Dimension is a brand new mod that allows you to travel back in time in history to the prehistoric era in the Minecraft overworld. Throughout this dimension you will encounter 8 brand new dinosaurs, some hostile and some neutral. First we will cover the hostile mobs. There's the Dimetrodon, which is a large lizard dinosaur, Velociraptors, which are tiny quick dinosaurs that spawn in groups, Pteranodons, which are winged dinosaurs, and the king of dinosaurs, the Tyrannosaurus Rex, which everyone is already familiar with. The neutral or passive dinosaurs include the Sauropod, which is a peaceful giant grass eater, the armored Stegosaurus, the horned Triceratops, and the Trilobite, which is an ancient kind of crustacean which lives in the rivers. This is a nice little Minecraft mod for an entirely different theme to add to the game, and if you're a fan of history or dinosaurs, this should be the mod for you. Galacticraft. The Galacticraft mod is probably one of the most famous dimension mods out there, and it really had to take a space on this list for both its legacy and just how amazing this mod is. The Galacticraft mod basically adds the entire space experience into Minecraft, allowing you to visit new planets and explore in a galactic space rocket. I used to run a modded Minecraft server with this mod on, and although it's pretty complicated to get up and running and get started, we managed to make a rocket and actually fly to the moon together and build a base there. I never managed to finish my Galacticraft adventure on that world, but we backed up the map and we still have it lying around somewhere. But it's one of my favourite dimension mods because there's no other mods out there that's actually done what Galacticraft has done with Minecraft. Sure, there's a few copies, but they just don't really add the features this does. Basically, you can create your own space station with many types of machines to process and create items and materials to create a space rocket of different tiers to visit the moon, Mars, asteroids and other planets if you extend it with different mods and plugins. It's a great mod to play with friends when you've already finished vanilla Minecraft many times over. There's brand new types of mobs such as creepers with space helmets on, dungeons and a huge collection of new items such as space gear and new blocks to use, as well as new machinery to actually process and create all of the space technology. Skylands mod. This mod adds a brand new kind of island to the Minecraft experience. The Skylands basically adds a new dimension of floating islands above the clouds in Minecraft, meaning no weather like snow or rain. This is similar to some of the Heaven style dimension mods, but this is more of just a normal kind of overworld above the clouds. In this mod there's a brand new ore which can be crafted into a full set of tools, a new sword and armor set. It's basically a ported version of the old Skylands dimension which Mojang experimented with in Minecraft Beta 1.6, although this version you could only access by modifying the game. But this mod is updated to Minecraft 1.12.2 right now, which is one of the most popular moddable versions. The coolest thing about this mod is how you reach the Skylands dimension. Instead of making a portal, you have to plant a magic bean which you can find in dungeon chests. Then a huge beanstalk made out of blocks will grow into a winding staircase to climb up into the Skylands in a Jack and the Beanstalk style fashion. The Aether. One of the most revolutionary and groundbreaking Minecraft mods of its time, the Aether mod adds a brand new dimension to Minecraft that's intended to be the polar opposite of the Nether. Basically, if you see the Nether as the hell world of Minecraft, you can view the Aether as the heaven world in its skies. Originally released as a collaboration project by a team for Minecraft 1.7 edition, the Aether is a huge heaven-like dimension for Minecraft that adds a whole array of new and cool features that have not been seen before in the game. It adds new mobs such as flying cows and pigs with golden wings, bunny rabbits, whirlwinds that throw you into the air, new types of blocks and awesome new dungeons to explore. There's really nice biomes and basically you just feel like you're in Minecraft's heaven. The mod looks like it could be an official release by Mojang. It's really impressive, especially for its time. The Aether portal is made out of glowstone and water to create a complete portal to reach the land. The Aether II. The Aether II Genesis of the Void is the sequel to the original Aether mod for Minecraft, which is why it took number 3 on this list, a place before the Aether 1. Since it's basically the Aether but upgraded. The mod is yet again set up into the same paradise lands which are in the clouds like the first mod was. The Aether 2 is also filled with awesome structures again, such as dungeons with trap chests, angels and many of the same mobs that were found in the first mod. The coolest mobs in this mod are the moa style birds, which can be spawned and ridden or kept as pets within the mod. To reach the Aether 2 you must create a portal frame out of quartz blocks and fill it with water to reach the dimension, which is slightly different to the original glowstone portal pattern in the first mod. When first reaching the dimension, a necromancer character will teach you about the Aether with custom on-screen dialogue to get you started. This is basically like a small tutorial. The mod is visually better than its predecessor, which is the Aether 1 that came before it, as it has brand new textures, mob types, blocks and new additional structures that were not found in the first mod. Although the Aether is comprised of a custom coded generator of floating islands, there's many other new biomes which are also set on their own custom floating islands, usually split apart from each other. There's green forests, purple woods and giant mountains. The generation is a lot better than the first mod and it's really impressive. The Betweenlands. The Betweenlands mod is a dimensional mod which I've covered before on this channel. In fact, you can check out my gameplay series on the mod in the description below if you're interested to see it in action. Basically, the Betweenlands is a mod by the Angry Pixel team that adds a new dark and mysterious realm of creepy creatures and decayed lands which you can explore. There's hours of gameplay with new creatures and monster types roaming around the swamps and forest biomes, bosses to find and defeat, upgraded caves with stalactites and stalagmites, and many different brand new ores to mine and gather, and a complex advancement system to craft the gear in the game, which is pretty tough to start out with. To play this mod, you usually need to read an online guide to actually get the hang of it, because it's more so for challenging players and for players who have already completed the game. Basically, normal vanilla Minecraft gear, tools and weapons are pretty much useless in this land, with the wooden gear from this dimension being more effective than diamond from the overworld in the normal dimension. That's how weak the vanilla gear and items are when in the Betweenlands. There's over 350 new items, 300 blocks and a whole lot of custom sounds. Most of the mobs look really amazing. They have custom models with great animations, making them look much better than most of the normal Minecraft games mobs do. The Twilight Forest. The Twilight Forest is one of the highest rated Minecraft dimension mods, and if you've ever played any kind of Minecraft mod pack, then it's extremely likely that you've played the Twilight Forest or heard of it before at least. Basically, it's a giant new dimension with great structures that are huge in size, and each housing a very challenging new boss to fight. It adds brand new gear to craft and unique items with special abilities and stats to them. There's deep dungeons with mazes and a whole lot of treasures and surprises within, making for a huge challenge. There's some really nice biomes in this dimension, and it's basically exactly as the title says it is, a giant magical style forest world. There's new variants of mobs not seen before in Minecraft, and a new structure which is in the snowy biome called the Aurora Palace, which houses a new boss called the Snow Queen, perhaps inspired by fairy tales or the Narnia story. There's also brand new structures in the sky that have giants living there, which can also be defeated. The portal made to travel to the world is created not in a portal frame which stands up like a nether portal, but actually kind of like the end portal where it's inside the ground itself. This is a really nice mod for anyone wanting to experience a magical feeling world in Minecraft. Candy World. I featured this mod a while ago and I decided to refeature it here in this dimension mods list. This mod is a brand new dimension where you'll find everything candy related, from various new food items found through the mod's world gen to new mobs and crafting recipes. You can expect to experience 3 different brand new biomes with 4 varied mobs inhabiting them, which are found both within the custom dimension itself and very rarely throughout the overworld. There's everything from jelly fields to chocolate lakes and candy cane trees. Although the majority of features can be found in the overworld, this dimension is where it all comes together, and you'll have to craft a magic piece of candy which will then teleport you when eaten to this dimension. The biomes include the cotton candy plains, where everything is candy canes, as well as chocolate brownies and cotton candy. The chocolate forest, where milk, white and dark chocolate can be found along with cookies, and the gummy swamp, which is the most colourful one, which houses 5 different gummy types that make up its terrain. As for mobs, there's cotton candy sheeps which drop cotton candy when sheared, Easter chickens native to the chocolate forest that lay 3 different chocolate egg types, gummy mice that will run away from close by players, and also gummy bears that also roam the gummy swamp and come in 5 different colours just like the mice do, the Abyss II. With a whole host of features with everything from 4 new mini bosses, 3 different dimensions, 8 armor sets, a new mana system with magical items and dangerous creatures, this dimension mod is immense. Once a lush and vibrant place of beauty, this dimension was devoured by phantoms of its light and is now a tortured realm existing somewhere between space and time. This dark dimension is home to artifacts and magical rings, and 25 different spells that can be used, as well as 25 different magical rings that you can make and utilize, with each and every one being unique. The dimension itself has a light blue glowing theme, with a combination of dark blues and purples with light illuminating throughout, although mainly consisting of darkness and shadows. It reminds me very much of the Drowned mob's art style with a sprinkle of darkness. If you want a dark dimension of dread, then this is probably the mod for you. The Midnight. Another gloomy dimension here, the Midnight, which is a mysterious and scary dimension of darkness to explore, a place where the only source of light comes from crystals and the various life forms that inhabit the world. But beware, as you wander, a rift may also appear and drag you back down into this world from the overworld without you even wanting it to. This dimension houses so many unique biomes: the fungi forest with dark green illuminating mushroom trees, the pitch black night plains desert, the mountainous phantasmal valley with steep terrain, the vigilant forest for a spook factor, the rune bush grove with unique shrubbery, the crystal spires which gives off an end dimension feeling, the warped fields which feels like the soul sand valley, the deceitful bog which is covered in different mushroom types, the fungal funnels where you'll enter caverns and uniquely shaped terrain, and finally the great caverns for some underground spelunking experiences with exploration through very finely generated caverns and chasms, the beneath. This gigantic mining dimension is based off of the deep dark, and it's one that you may reach through a teleporter block. This mod offers a massive mining dimension with a block height of 256, with much tougher underground spawning mobs as well as a configurable ore generator. You can also configure things like darkness levels that will hurt you with damage values over time, as well as the ability to disable this. You can also decide whether you want to spawn dungeons in the dimension and their frequency of spawning, as well as the support for unnerving sound effects. The best mod to pair this one with, in my personal opinion, is the Gru mod, as it supports it well and you can configure how long you have to be in the darkness for it to take them to spawn and spook you out. If you've played RLcraft, you probably know of this mod, Dalek Invasion mod. If you love Doc 2, it's time to face the might of the Dalek race in the never-ending war. This mod introduces the Daleks from the Doc 2 franchise in Minecraft, extending their quest for total universal domination. This mod features many brand new styles as well as original Dalek types, perfect for an alien invasion mod. The overworld itself will also be overrun with Daleks of all kinds that use different powers. The great thing about this mod is you can take the fight to their homeworld of Skaro to fight the higher ranking Daleks over there for some rewards within the Dalek city structure. Some Daleks have unique abilities, some that include blowing up like creepers, breaking down doors like zombies, or shooting out lightning strikes. The coolest part of this mod though is that you can actually even construct your very own Daleks for your own personal army. The Dalek sources might also patrol the skies above, so make sure to beware. The Afterlight. This eerie and dangerous dimension is filled with new biomes, structures, enemies, and unique weaponry. You can expect a soul-themed dark and luminescent dimension located on the dark arm of the dimensional plane that exists in between the end and the overworld. You'll find a world housing 4 new overworld biomes and 3 new cave biomes to discover within, and 6 new mob types that will lurk around that you'll have to defeat. You can collect around 20 plus brand new plants and use them for farming, and also work towards collecting and crafting 3 new tool sets, weapon sets, and armor sets which will be useful in some way. If you're an achievement hunter, you'll enjoy smashing through the 10 new advancements that offer a progression path outline, and there's some intriguing lore to witness to give the mod some story to it. Villagers and monsters legacy. On the surface, this is a mob based mod, but it also adds some dimensional content. This mod diversifies the game with tough content of a higher difficulty caliber. This mod is actually designed around offering content post Wither, material that's full of adventure and that will let you find new and interesting bosses and mobs to face later in the game. The mod currently has 3 portals which let you reach 3 separate different worlds. A cave world realm and a pig end realm are the first 2. The scope of this mod is huge as it plans to eventually reach 200 vanilla mobs being added to the game. The bosses in here are mainly stronger monsters, the easiest being from the overworld and the nether, and the toughest ones within the pig end world, a world which is associated with the sky and the end, a place you can reach by making a pig end portal igniter and a carved block frame. There's also actually a brand new ancient world realm, which is the 3rd one which was added recently, which you can use cloud blocks and an ancient coin to reach this dimension, which is the toughest dimension in the whole mod right now, where you'll fight desert based gods like Anubis. This reminds me very much so of the Atum II desert dimension mod. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like, and if you disagree with the top dimension mods in this video and you think I missed your favourite dimension mod, then definitely let me know what it is in the comments section below so I can feature it next time. If you want to see more top 10 Minecraft videos like this, subscribe, click the bell to turn on notifications, like the video so you don't miss out every single day. Thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you next time.